Okay, so someone asked me to interpret a dream for them, and it's kind of fun, so I'm going to share it with you. Hi, my name is Dr. Kat Lewis, and I explore the fascinating connection between the science of consciousness, the nature of reality, and your health. If that sounds interesting to you, then please like and follow me. So I'm going to read the whole entire dream to you, and then I'm going to take it apart. In the dream, I was in a building that looked like a loft. I was walking down a corridor toward a room at the back of the loft, which was much larger and had a taller ceiling compared to the narrow corridor. As I walked, I noticed there were other people around me. I started moving faster and faster, and when I entered the room, everything was bathed in a bright golden and white glow. Suddenly, I realized I was flying. It felt like swimming through the air, and I was genuinely amazed, thinking, "Oh wow, I can fly." While flying, I turned around, like when swimming but floating in the air, and noticed a man. He had a darker complexion, was slender but very muscular. He was floating above the entrance to the corridor with white wings, facing downward. Interestingly, he didn't seem to notice me. And although I found the scene remarkable, I didn't feel intimidated, just calm. The other individuals in the room were also present. The other individuals in the room were also present. One was ahead of me, moving toward a large glass window at the far end of the loft, and another was off to my left, but farther away in the room. Please let me know what you think. So he's in a building that looks like a loft. I was walking down a corridor toward a room at the back of the loft, which was much larger and had a taller ceiling compared to the narrow corridor. So what I believe the corridor is it's like when we came through the womb, right? So we went from one realm to another. And what I believe this signifies, because the room that he entered had a higher ceiling. So that to me is an expansion of consciousness. So he's moving from where he is now he's expanding his consciousness, understanding more of himself, which is how you expand your consciousness and what this reality truly is. So as I walked, I noticed there were other people around me because we're all on this journey together. The humanity is raising. Humans are raising our consciousness. We are expanding together. I started moving faster and faster, and we are. Doesn't it feel like time is speeding up for you? And when you raise your level of consciousness, then time does speed up. You become more present, and that way you don't experience as much time. When I entered the room, everything was bathed in bright golden and white light. So white represents pure consciousness, enlightenment. And the golden, or the bright golden color, gold represents eternity or longevity. It also represents timelessness. Suddenly, I realized I was flying. So flying is freedom, right? So when you can fly, you feel very light and you're free. That's moksha. That's what happens when you attain enlightenment. When you understand who you are as pure consciousness, you're free. You're free of any limitations from the limited self, who we think we are as humans. I felt like swimming through the air, and I was genuinely amazed, thinking, "Oh wow, I can fly." Yeah. Then while flying, I turned around, like when swimming but floating in the air, and noticed a man. He had a darker complexion, was slender but very muscular. He was floating above the entrance to the corridor with white wings. So representing something angelic, but also could be the symbolism to him. Now, I didn't ask him, but so he said, darker complexion, was slender but very muscular. So this could be a representation as an angel. It could be this person's interpretation or to him of what God is, like, because it has a darker complexion and very muscular, so strength, right? That represents strength. And when you are wise, you have a lot of strength. When you're free, you have a lot of strength, right? It's power, strength. He was floating above the entrance to the corridor with white wings facing downward. Interestingly, he did not seem to notice me. And although I found that scene remarkable, I didn't feel intimidated, just calm. So the room can be the kingdom of heaven, right? The freedom that he feels, he's flying. That's the kingdom of heaven. When you know yourself as pure consciousness, when you know who you are as an extension of source, When you understand what reality is, you've achieved moksha, enlightenment. And now no one does that for you. You do it yourself. So the fact that this angel didn't notice him, because it's not like someone allows us into heaven. We allow ourselves by just having the realization of what reality is and practicing that, using those ideas in our life. So applying the knowledge in our life. No one lets us in. We let ourselves in. And he didn't feel intimidated. He didn't feel calm. So this person wasn't judging him, saying you can come in and you can't. He didn't even notice him, right? Because there's no one doing that but yourself. And then he says the other individuals in the room were also present. One was ahead of me, moving toward a large glass window at the far end of the loft, and another was off to the left but farther away in a room. So that could mean that, there are some people that are ahead of the game. It could also mean that we're all kind of on our own different journeys, but we're all going to get to the same place because there were other people present in the room. Let me know what you guys think. If you like this content, please like, share so others can benefit, and follow me for more information.